The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is the Eagles Sports Network. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman head baseball coach Tom Griffin. Griff, congrats, a series sweep over the Anderson Trojans and back into first place in the South Atlantic Conference standings. Hit the ball well today, hit the ball well in timely fashion for the weekend, played error-free for the most part. How do you sum up a pretty dominant effort with 26 runs in Game 1 and then a 9-1 win in the nightcap to wrap up the series against the Trojans?
Well, you know, we played really well. I was talking to Coach Miller about this. I mean, they had one of their worst series, and we had one of our best series, and that's just baseball. And you never know what's going to happen. And I think, we did play well. I thought defensively was solid, but I do think offensively, I thought we had great approaches at the plate, took advantage of some situations, runners in scoring position. We were very effective. I thought some of our young hitters, some of the freshmen who have been playing for us, had really good approaches at the plate. And in that first game, we were able to play a lot of guys who don't get many opportunities for live, game action. And for them to have the success they had is great because, a lot of guys that put a lot of time into this thing, and when you can have an opportunity for them to play, you want them to have that opportunity, and then have their success and see how their teammates react to that is really neat. But again, perfect storm. We had our best series; they had their worst series for the year, and that's why I think the scores where they were, and that's just baseball.
Talk about guys getting some opportunities. Hal Bishop pinch hit a home run. How sweet is something like that?
Well, it's great. We hadn't gotten many at bats, and then to have a game like that where he can get in, and Hunter Sales and Alan Silva. We're trying to find opportunity. We tell them, listen, they just got to be prepared every day. They come to work every day. They come here to train. They get their reps in. Sometimes they got to put extra time in because you never know when your number's going to be called. You never know when injuries are going to happen, and all of a sudden in that depth, you're changing where you are in that depth chart. Now, you have an option as a student athlete. You can just sit there and go through the motions, and you're not going to play, and you don't find a role, or you find your role that game. It may be trying to steal signs. It may be encouraging your teammates. Whatever it is, you have a role that day, and we want you to be your best at that role. That's all you can do. You can sit there and pout and all that, but I think our guys do a good job understanding that's their role today. Be the best version of them that day, and then tomorrow work on getting better. And that's all we can ask for our players. And I think our guys have done that. And I think part of that is them coming to work and understanding, and we've got to communicate as coaches, this is where your role is right now, and then here's what you got to do to improve it. But right now, there's some guys playing very well right in front of them.
What was it about Jordan Griffin coming into this weekend that let you say, this is a guy we're going to rely on? Came in, 1 RBI coming into this weekend. He has 9. 3 each game, including 6 here in the doubleheader on Saturday.
Jordan is an exceptional athlete. I mean, came in here, he played for a former coach and player here at Carson-Newman, Matt Ward. And when Matt talked to me about him, Matt called. He said, listen, this guy's a diamond in the rough. He's just a phenomenal athlete who just, needs to just work at the thing. And that's something we've stressed with Jordan since he's joined us from football is you can't just rely on your athleticism like maybe you did in high school. Now you got to work at this thing because there are a lot of good players. And if you want to stay ahead of your competition, you got to invest time in the skill, in the fundamentals. And I think he understands that. Now, there's some blips here and there as a young man, reminding him about how you come about your business and how you put, how we train every day during BP or in practice that, you got to get after it. There is no taking time off. And I think he's learning that. Exceptional athlete, working at it right now, and you can see the results. He's going to be a heck of a player. Now, we're trying to convince him he doesn't need the football thing because if you think about how many guys are playing in the NFL right now from Carson-Newman as a quarterback/slot receiver, there ain't many.
No.
But there's some baseball
guys.
Make
some good punters.
Yeah, they make some good punters, Mr. Jones. But baseball, guy's got a future athleticism-wise, and if he works at this thing. So we're going to talk to him about that this is going to be his future, get him to play some summer ball, and then get ready for next year.
Hit 362 for the weekend with runners in scoring position. How do you keep those good times rolling with a midweek contest at King coming up? and then back on the road for sack play.
We told our guys, enjoy this weekend. I mean, they deserve it. You work hard, you should enjoy victories. And that's something we stress to our guys. After games, we go inside, locker room, or in the bus, and we enjoy the victory. That's why you work for it, and we want them to celebrate it, okay? Then tomorrow, Monday, we come back out. It's training day. Get back at it. That's the thing you got to watch these guys now in training day is stay focused. Don't because they'll get sometimes they get a little laissez-faire, like, oh, I got this thing figured out. We don't want them to have it figured out. We want them to make sure they have an edge. We don't want them to be comfortable to the point where we lose our edge. Every day you come with the fact that your opponent is working just as hard as you, and you have to stay one step ahead of them. You got to come in here, work extremely hard, push, encourage each other, do it with enthusiasm and passion, and then when the game comes, it's one pitch at a time, process over results.
Griff, thanks for the time. Congrats on the sweep.
Thank you for what you guys did all weekend. We truly appreciate it.
That's Carson-Newman head baseball coach Tom Griffin. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is the Eagle Sports Network.